Hi everyone, so this video I'm going to try on Gucci children's clothing. So this is one of them and this one is in size 10. I'm going to try on size 12, size 10 and size 8 and you can have a look, whether it fits me or not. You might think it sounds a bit crazy, but I used to buy a lot of children's clothes when I was much younger. Because I found that I'm not that big, and especially when I live overseas, so the clothing for children, they are, because usually they are taller and they're a little bit bigger, so I can actually still fit in the children clothing for many brands. But then later on when I get older, the size change, so they might look a little bit too childish for me, or like some of them, like this part is a bit tight, or maybe the length is a bit too short, that sort of thing. So I stopped buying children clothing. And then I was resting at home, and then I was browsing Gucci kids website, Gucci website, and then kids section. I had the idea, why not? If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't fit, I return, So this is how I come to this, testing, and I use myself to test for you guys. I'm about 163 centimeters, and my weight is around 50 to 52 kilos. I usually wear clothing between 6 to 8 and 4 in some particular brands. For Louis Vuitton, I usually wear size 34 or XS. And usually I like loose t-shirts as well, so I can fit in men's clothing in Louis Vuitton, like the t-shirt sizing between XXS or XXXS, or whichever smallest one of that style. For Chanel clothing, I wear size 34 as well. From my experience with Gucci t-shirt, right? So the woman's t-shirt is actually a bit more expensive than the men's t-shirt, and the difference is only the embroideries at the back here, up here. And I actually owned them before, both women's XXS and men's XS. I didn't find much difference between the sizing between that two sizes at all. So I think you can actually just buy the men's, XS if you want to go for the adult one. I don't have them anymore, because I found that they are too oversized on me. And actually, I really love loose t-shirt, but they are just too big on me. And they look a bit too distressed for my liking. So it's a lot of hole, hole here, hole here, hole at the end, and hem here. It's just a bit too much for me. So that's why I actually gave, I think, 1 or 2 to my brother. And he's not small, he's tall, he's a bit like muscular, but he can fit in the smallest size. And then I saw 1 or 2 as well. So now I don't have any more adult t-shirt from Gucci. But I tried this one on, and I think it's actually a very good saving, because actually the price is about 1/3 of the adult pricing. I think the t-shirt for children is around, like $200 Australian dollars, and then for the adult one is about 600 or 600 a bit more dollars. They are not cheap, but talking about t-shirt nowadays, if you're thinking about, for example, even local designer brand, t-shirt nowadays is not cheap. You can buy like a cheap one, but you can, if you want a bit of, like brand or even local designer one, probably cost you about $100, $150 or $200 anyway. So for me, right, if I'm going to buy local designer brand that I'm not the big fan of that brand, probably why not I get the Gucci Kids one, which is probably around the same price. So that's how I look into it, yeah? So let's start with size 12 first. So this is size 12, as you can see, it actually fit me, actually, as you can see. And I don't feel uncomfortable here, at the armpit area. I can put it out, maybe a little bit short, but it's not too bad. But tuck in might be easier. I think it looks okay. And even though I like a bit loose t-shirt, this is not too fit. I don't like too fitted t-shirt, but I think this is okay for my size. So this is size 10, Gucci children. As you can see, I think it's okay. It's actually feel similar size to the size 12 that I tried on earlier. I even feel this part is a bit longer than the other one. And then can tuck in. So it's more like a bit fitted, and I think it looks fine. It doesn't look that bad at all. And I don't feel, like uncomfortable down here much. As you can see, it's just a little bit difficult to put, like put the cloth in through the head. But I got a big head, so but it's not like too uncomfortable, but the moment I actually can fit it in, it's okay. I don't feel, strangle here at all, so it actually, I think it's fine. Especially if you don't mind, bit fitted t-shirt, I think this is a good way to go. And this is size 8. So surprisingly, the neck wasn't that tight, like size 10. But this is not my style. This is too tight for me. I saw some girls, on YouTube, and then she got bigger boobs than me. So I'm actually quite flat. And she can fit in size 8. Amazing. Unless, you don't mind very fitted and a bit like cropped one. I don't really like cropped t-shirt. I don't have six pack, so I don't really want to show anything. Now, so the 8 size is definitely no for me. Let me share this. I found it's quite interesting between sizing. So I put 8, 10, and 12. Yeah. As you can see, there is some difference between 8 and 10, but between 10 and 12 is not much different. So I think maybe different style is actually, you can see that the 12 actually is, the shoulder line actually shorter than the 10. But between 8 and 10, a bit of difference there. It might be just different style. So it means, this style runs a bit bigger than the mushroom one, the gray one. And then if you have a look, compare, there is some difference here on the side, 8 and 10. 8 and 10, maybe this one a little bit, but that one more you can see. But 10 and 12, as you can see, very similar. Very similar. I even think it's the same size, and actually the size 10 of this one, the length is actually a little bit longer or similar size to 12, but there's a difference between 8 and 10. So definitely it looks like the 10 of the classic style, it's actually similar size to the 12 of the other t-shirt. So that's all my experiment on Gucci's kids t-shirt. So I actually found that, I can fit in size 12, size 10, especially the classic one. I think they make it a little bit oversized. If you think differently or you think it's too small, it looks ugly, please feel free to comment down below or let me know on Instagram. I'm happy to get all of your opinion, about these Gucci kits. Unfortunately, on Gucci website in Australia, they don't have this classic one in size 12 because I think 12 would be best for me, but they don't have it. So I think for now, I'm okay with the 10. All right, so I hope this review is helpful for many of you. And I think if you're not that big, you're quite petite, probably Gucci kids t-shirt would be a good alternative, and cheaper option for the classic Gucci t-shirts. I'm thinking to explore more in other brands, kids section. For example, like Givenchy, Balenciaga, that sort of thing. Maybe I will give it a go and give it a try. If it fits, why not? It's another cheap alternative for me. And if I do, definitely I will actually share on my YouTube or my IGTV on Instagram for sure. So I hope this video is helpful, or even at least it's fun to watch. And if you have any, comments, like it or not, please let me know as well. So thank you very much everyone for watching. See you again next time. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ